Alright, so after a little bit for our servers giving us some problems, we're kicking off round 2 of the last match of week 1 for the IASP International Fundraiser Tournament hosted by the 7th Cavalry. So today we're looking at match 2 with 107th paired up with 16th ID taking on HLL Tango. Round 1 was a really interesting fight. We almost a full time, so now we're gonna kick it back to round 2. So this time instead of fighting over a checkpoint, it looks like we're at St. Mary Glees. These matches are played in order to try to help fundraise and support the International Association of Suicide Prevention. Between the 8 teams involved in this tournament who play Hell Let Loose, we've already raised nearly $3,000. So we're gonna try to keep that going, keep the funds coming in, and keep having fun. I am joined today by 2LT Mix.
Hello, everybody.
And Corporal Strider.
Evening.
And I am First Lieutenant Rob. So let's get it started.
That was like perfect. 2 minutes.
Sometimes you're just the best, right? Alright, so we're fighting over
Always with
St.
Rob.
Mary Glees this time. So where do we all end up? I'm on Tango side.
I'm on the 101st.
Okay.
107th, sorry.
I believe I'm still in Tango, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Looks like 107th is pulling out with a heavy armor push this time with a supply truck.
Love it.
Not really. Oh, and that Panther is flying. Definitely going up and over. Not taking the roads. It looks like they're going to not go straight into it, but try to take some side ditches to get through. But I'm not sure this is going to work out for them as they've gotten their truck stuck and their Panther stuck.
So it looks like HL Tango's got their transport truck on the point with a heavy moving in as well as a light flanking vehicle. Looks like a Stewart to try to come around and see what they can do on Cemetery. Ooh, that artillery drop from 107th nearly took out that transport truck.
And that Panther is doing it. Donuts and barrel rolls. Oh, I'm so glad I got that on camera. You just flipped it all the way over into the barrel roll about 50 feet in the air.
So, quick time check. Within the first, 3.5 minutes, HL Tango already has most of their nodes up.
Break. Check out this action the light tank's about to pull. Just behind Cemetery. About to ambush their their recon Vic? No, he's gotten wise.
Kudos to HL Tango getting all those nodes up within the first 3 minutes of play.
I noticed that, and their engineer is just back on the job.
Yep, too easy. Good job, guys. I think everyone can learn a lot from that strat. Just getting it done. Boom, done. Now they're moving on to other tasks. Super efficient. And it looks
the Tango's light tank doing some work in the south, and then pulling out. Stick and move.
Meanwhile, it looks like HL Tango has about one squad-sized element on point. That artillery definitely did a number on them, though, because when that artillery came in on that transport truck, it actually took out the SL. So it looks like they weren't able to get their forward garrison up, so now they're relying on a one outpost to push in. So 107th, very effective with their artillery this round.
Definitely. They also have one Sherman on the point as well. They're waiting on the Tiger and Panther, it looks like, to push up so that they can contest the point. Instead, they're flanking around maybe to try and take a side avenue. 107th needs to hurry up and get up on that point if they want to contest it once Tango actually pushes on in full force, which they should be doing here pretty soon.
Yep, there goes the garrison, and now Tango's in striking range. And Tango seems to want to take that southern approach. So what we've noticed from seeing so many matches on this strong point, that just the hospice side of St. Mary Glees strong point, there's a little courtyard area from which to attack the church that has been a very powerful point of contention. But Tango's looking to come in from that checkpoint angle and see what they can do. It looks like
107th bringing a lot of armor to the west, northwest of the strong point. They might be getting ready to post up and control this courtyard by the church.
75's laying down some smoke, trying to hold off those approaches so Tango can get in and get into cover. He's doing a pretty good job. It's about to become a much bigger fight, though, as both teams are starting to pour into the cap point. Tango has a firm foothold in that church, though. It's going to take a lot to get them out of there.
Or just
Smoke rounds
one
landing.
satchel.
Interesting.
One satchel clear most of those out. Yeah, is the steeple out of satchel range if you put it at the base? Is it
I would
higher
have to
than
think
20
so.
meters?
I don't believe so, actually, from some tests I've seen. And this
Well,
is
that's
why
an interesting choice. They're pulling the Tiger off of the point to try and flank around to the north side of the steeple. The
Oh, and
Panther
a smoke
is now
round
holding. Yeah,
lands directly on the Sherman.
what I really like right now, what I'm seeing from 107th, is they're controlling this courtyard on the hospice side. That
There's the
courtyard
flip.
for getting into St. Mary Lease is huge.
The squad leaders need to get their OPs back down. They just got lost in the flip there.
Oh, and yep, and a couple of those very squad leaders just went down right on the flip, but thanks to the medic, they might be getting back up.
Medics OP, yo. That Tiger is taking a wide flank. I wonder if he's actually going to be able to push in. Little does he know is he's got an AT guy behind him and 2 AT guys in front of him.
Ooh, spooky.
Not going to last for very long, I don't think.
107th, definitely dialing the artillery this game.
Yep.
We need to watch the recon vehicle. It looks like I can't tell if he has the move marker behind U.S. lines, but he's definitely moving towards that move marker.
That's going to be on you because we can't see where that recon vehicle is easily.
Yeah.
So, you just keep your map open periodically.
So I imagine that's
it's not really
107th smoke that's in front of the chapel on the west side, and they're
Actually,
already that's
no, that
landing
was
in the
put down
east.
by Tango as they were pushing in by that 75 jumbo.
Well, I'm not sure I like that move. Because right now that's kind of letting 107th push in. I mean, you never know. Unintended consequences.
Meanwhile, the Tiger is starting to get back in the fight after its flank, but it's getting peppered from the rear. Just took one rocket.
Oh, and I just took a ricochet off that Panther.
That's the
Man, you
second
gotta
time
love it.
today, man. You just love
Second
getting
time this
in
weekend,
the
definitely.
ricochet range.
Hey, let's just say I know where to sit, I guess.
Right? I will say
Definitely
that.
cinematic.
Yeah, I will say the armor-heavy approach on St. Mary Lease seems to be the move.
I mean, it's
It's
kind of a
definitely
tank map,
interesting.
right?
What killed that Panther? Is there a 75? Oh, there's a 75 around the corner. I can't see through all the dots on shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That Tiger has got that 75 0. Oh, but Duke just taking out that Tiger before he can take out that 75 jumbo.
Meanwhile, HL Tango has their attacking garrison now set up on E3, getting ready to maybe push up.
It's actually kind of interesting. The recon is taking a support truck, a transport truck to the enemy HQ to probably. It looks like they're responding to artillery. They're finally taking notice of it and making, I guess, good work of their recon squads now.
I mean, I don't think Tango has any active artillery. The only one back there is your friend Rob.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, Tango's not using artillery once again.
Ah, then I'm not sure what that recon squad's going to be doing back there.
Yeah. And I made the mistake of spawning on the middle HQ like a dork, so that's fun. But no artillery, so it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all good.
Alright, Mix, you want to watch the St. Mary Lease fight? I'm going to move over and see what's going on in the offense.
Yep, absolutely.
As we see Bardo and boys starting to make their move into the harass.
The Sherman's really holding them back on the St. Mary Glees fight. It's just peppering those buildings with HE.
We've settled into a pretty familiar pattern here where the team controls the chapel and then the other team controls all those buildings to the west of and southwest of. See that all the time. Tango has denied the north flank, which, as Rob points out, can be really powerful.
Yeah, right now Tango's got a good 3 garrisons set up on St. Mary Glees, but 107th has still maintained very good map control around St. Mary.
Last match we saw Tango just kind of settle in after they got their middle point and slowly build up their attack by getting some garrisons in place while showing a lot of patience and sticking on defense. I wonder if we're going to see that again.
Yeah, it looks like we got item squad here that I'm watching right now on Haras. Got their OP up. Now working to get that one-on-one squad fight. With one squad on defense for the 16th IR, and then the Bardo and company start to make their way in. Gray Fox and his squad, seeing what they can do.
Now, remind me about the rules about Center HQ. It's open completely, correct?
Yeah,
Except for destroying vehicles.
Yeah, you can't destroy unmanned vehicles, so you have to let them spawn. So no sniping those unmanned vehicles from afar.
But still, only recon can go back there.
Correct.
Correct.
Only recon can go back there. Yeah,
Oh,
but
interesting bombing run.
I was mainly curious because I wanted to check in on this recon squad that's back here. Looks like they came back just looking and didn't find anything. They're running back to the truck, and I wonder what they're gonna do next.
so now we're seeing HL Tango actually all over the point with about a squad or two size element, and they're starting to cap Rude Huros. HL Tango has effectively wiped out the resistance on Route de Huros with only PFC Audi still in the fight for the 107th. This might be a quick cap here from HL Tango.
No garrisons, no OPs. Definitely an oversight on 107's map. Does sound like they have some armor rolling in to maybe try and hold the cap, but I'm not sure how much this Tiger is going to be able to do.
Yeah.
There's always that tension between you want to put as many bodies on the middle point as possible, as quickly as possible, because of course that's so decisive. But you can't give up on having some fallback garrisons when you need them.
Yeah,
it looks like go.
That was a quick fight. HL Tango got in there and just won all their gunfights. That's all it was, and they were able to wipe the garrison. So now they have a 2 squad elements with OPs on the point.
And the Tiger doesn't seem like he's going to be able to do anything.
It also looks like Tango's bringing in a supply truck, and they are intending to drop themselves a garrison in Charlie 6. So they're getting set for the next steps. They're not just going to be content to hold that. They're trying to get set up to defend it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, as we can see, 106 is they're trying to get a supply truck right in there. That's bold. And actually, 106 just won all their gunfights on point. So they just wiped the HL Tango squad off the point. So
it looks like they're getting their supply truck dropped its supplies in the middle of a field, but there's no squad leader to get another garrison down. Looks like they're going to take back, though.
Wow, I would not have called that. Way to
That
go
was
to
by
Corporal
the skin of their
Carlo
teeth again.
and PFC Audi surviving that whole time. PFC Audi survived that first wave of HL Tango 10-on-1 and is still fighting right now. And we just won all his gunfights as he goes down. I'm sorry, bud. I probably just jinxed you, but great fight to keep your team having the fighting chance.
And I'm assuming that this garrison that Tango's placed up here is actually overrun.
Yes.
They can't actually spawn here.
Correct.
Yep. Place it a little bit too close to the point, probably prematurely.
But again,
off of the supplies that drop down there.
Only a 1 squad size element here for both sides.
It could still go either way.
I would not be
like more and
comfortable.
more pouring in.
I would not be comfortable if I'm 107th right now. I'd really want to see far, far, far more guys coming in.
Definitely.
I mean, you got to add to the mix that 107th has to win this decisively in order to win. Like, it's not enough for them to just hold that 1 point and say, well, we gave it a good shot. Like, they might be thinking high risk, high reward. We got to win this whole thing.
Very true. Now it looks like Route de Haras has gone back the other way. However, Tango still has a very commanding map control on the point.
Yeah, they do.
Now, What I think is really going to be good for the 107th is they do have a Panther and a Tiger on point. That's going to make it really hard to go get in there on Rute
See how
Haras.
effective how it can be.
Regardless, though, it seems like HL Tangos has once again retaken the control of the center. How's it?
107th just put down the reinforce on the point.
So how are things looking at St. Mary Glees?
To be honest, decisively in the favor of Tango at the moment, but 107th is making a little flank on the north. If they can put it together, get some spawns. They've got 6 or 7 guys up here right now, and they're putting some hurt on a tank while they're at it. PFC George just put a couple of mines in front of this tank.
Rute Haras is still going against 107th, even with armor support. HL Tango has a pretty strong foothold with the 501st BT.
They just don't really have any presence on the strong point. Tango has all of the buildings here.
But I will say Tango's got 2 outposts now that they're working with, and 107th has started to pour more support into the point. And they're down to only 2.
Yeah. Still getting outflanked behind them between flak position and 107th's main outpost, it looks like.
Yeah, looks like 107 is more or less committed completely to the defense now, and they're starting to drive HL Tango off the point.
That's good.
They've got squad side element pretty close to the strong point for Tango, but they're surrounded. I don't see them doing much right yet. They're also marked.
Sounds like a bombing run coming in from 107th, maybe?
Nope, that was a supply drop for Tango. Looks like just on top of Bardo. Probably getting another forward garrison on the edge of town.
Oh, now we're seeing a recon Vic about to fight a Panther. On the...
Look at 107th's commander all the way in the south. That's where I think they need to be making some garrisons.
Looks like he's walking that way right now to make one.
Exactly. You could also try up by hospice, but especially in the south, like there's ways in. You can fight through all these buildings down here. Because they're not gonna make any progress just pushing in from like the 90 degrees in front. There's no way.
Not with all the building cover that Tango holds.
Exactly, and you know, Tango has a lot of bodies still there on defense.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to put this one away so much as just hanging on to what they got.
Just saw a really fun fight with a Panther against a Greyhound and AT. The tank commander jumped out, killed the AT, traded, and then the tank was able to beat the Greyhound against a Panther. So great driving from 107th to keep their tanks alive. And that was a 3-man crew, I believe. That might be. Can we get a check on that, Strider? Is that a 3-man crew on the Panther?
Let me check.
Just check your map. I'm curious.
That is currently a 1-man crew.
So he got him in the driver's seat. Good on him.
Let's see. No, 2 full-man crew. The TC jumped out and got taken out.
Yeah, so there's an argument for a 3-man crew. You lose the TC, but then still able to have that driver gunner spot. So that's one of those situations where having that 3rd member really saves you.
Well, it's a 2-man total.
Oh,
There's only 1 man in the tank.
Oh, okay.
The TC got taken out.
So kudos to that 2-man crew getting it done.
Look at Tango's garrison game now. They got 4 garrisons around the strong point. Another one secure in the north. 1 back at artillery battery.
Currently, 107 only has 2 garrisons on the point. 1 to the southwest of Rue de Haras, and then 1 directly on top of flak position.
In fairness, it's a lot easier when you're dominating in the middle to get those garrisons up, but
it's very true.
But
the one leads to the other too.
There's not a lot of outward expansion coming in from 107. They've taken the point back and they're holding it pretty well now.
Check me on this. It looks like 107th has garrison maybe down south, as I was
They do.
talking about, because I see a squad coming in there now.
They do.
Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I would like to point out, I believe Route de Harras is going to be way easier for them to defend than Cemetery. Cemetery is a really difficult point to defend, as it's just so close to that line, but Route de Harras is more of a central point. So I think HL Tango, although they were so close early on getting that quick cap, it might be hard for them now.
Looks like they're putting up two flanking garrisons to the south of St. Mare. One in Delta 7, the other one in Fox 7.
I think that's just the right move.
It is the right move, but I would not pull many more off of Rue de Harras. If anything, I would just take the outside squads that are not on the point and have them redeploy. It also looks like they're going to put another garrison up in Echo 3. It's like they heard us, and they're saying, oh, we can put garrisons down, and now they're going to put them everywhere. Which is really good. It'll tell them what needs to happen, and they can move around the map.
One of the nice things about this format is that you get, I mean, even if it's only 5 minutes, you get a second to say, like, okay, what are we doing wrong here, fellas? What can we improve on? And you can come back and try to make an adjustment. And that's just what they're doing, it sounds like.
I think 107th is about to be in trouble again here. Here comes a bombing run.
Oh, the bombing run on top of the point.
Bombing run on top of the point, and HL Tango is in striking
devastating.
distance. So once again, we see 107th really only committing one squad on defense, while HL Tango has been able to evaporate around. Now, one thing HL Tango is also doing really well is they're not losing their outposts.
Mm-hmm.
Putting well, just far enough so that they can still get to the point, but they're not just going to be wiped off by somebody taking a jaunt around it.
And just as Strider was mentioning, like, 107th has committed a lot of forces in the south here, but that is not in the cap circle, so they're not putting pressure on yet. They're trying to get up there to do that, but that's 2 minutes where they're not contributing to the situation. And it seems like a very important 2 minutes right now.
Yeah, I would say it's going to take something like a bombing run or something to bail 107th out this time. Oof. This Panther, though, is still going strong. Solo tank. Oh, and there he goes. Yeah, I think this might be the cap for HL Tango here.
It's looking that way.
It's kind of insane how these matches have a way of playing out with the times being almost identical both rounds. And there's the cap. Okay, so we're looking at
106 even.
So 106 even. So what's that? 51-minute game time?
Oh,
51.
I just saw trade.
So be sure we relay that to 107th, and let's see what they can put together.
$51 in-game time, correct?
Correct.
We got some out of bounds in the north there, Rob.
Oh, I'm tracking. Okay. Oh, buddy, you're like super out of bounds. Can you turn around for me, mate? Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Good call, Mix.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the south.
Yep. Yeah, it's tricky. They're getting that garrison around the line, so guys probably just aren't quite tracking 100%.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm sure it's just instinct for them to, like, let's push our garrisons right up against their strong point, you know?
Yep. It looks like it. What's nice though is actually the natural hedge lines in this case actually give us a little bit of working room for the line. As the hedge lines look up. One other aspect I want to point out for the HL Tango guys, they're doing a really great job throwing those markers up. They're identifying armor very quickly, and it's making it challenging for the 107th to react.
Alright, this guy's self-policing here. Good.
Looks like Tiger won the fight against the, or was that the Puma? Tough. Puma and Tiger just pincer moved the HL Tango's armor. That's actually a really good strategy. You get the Tiger on one side, pounding it from the front. Recon Vic comes in from behind, makes it really challenging.
So how do you
The
fight
tiger
back
out?
from
I don't
this?
see the tiger.
This is a tough fight, man.
This is I'm not sure how they come back from this.
I think the only winning strategy is to be had in the south
Yes.
Yes,
because they don't
somehow
have to.
flank
They don't
around.
have to invest very much in defending flag position. Just put a couple MGs up there to keep some suppression. And then
That
they can
is
fight
the
in the
point.
south.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They don't have to put anything there. It's just
Well, recon squads, but not much.
Yeah.
One
Really.
infantry squad would be playing to
that
hold
is
it.
true.
Really, the only way into Route de Heraus, to be honest, is either you have to take it up the front and go through that wheat maze, which is horrible, and then there's one angle coming around the back. But even still, it's honestly the best route. It's pretty much open all the way around. The best bet is that corn, making it through the wheat field in the front. It's a brutal push though, no matter how you play it.
Can't argue with that. Hey, Shadow, you're a little out of bounds, buddy. Can I get you to pull it back? Thank you.
Looks like the Lukes is pushing up to the south of flak position, or sorry, north side of flak position. See if he can do something here.
Meanwhile, it looks like 16th IR is starting to get pretty good map control on the north side. Which, the good thing is when you're so close to your HQ, you can spam those tanks in. Get that armor superiority. If they have the
Well, if you have
fuel,
the fuel, anyways.
yeah.
Currently, not sitting at any type of resources being generated except for three manpower a minute.
Oh, brutal.
It's just losing, coming to the last point.
Hey, man,
you
you're a
just
little
bleed
out of
to death
bounds.
here.
If I could get you to move it in, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Does look like the 107th has been managed to push it in a little bit, and they're making an assault on Rue from the north side.
It's going to be challenging because HL Tango's about to bring up a heavy, and it's going to be really hard to counter that 76 without any heavy armor support.
Definitely. Unless they can smoke the 76 and then get some AT into its rear.
What's the resource situation there on 107th?
The 107th is at 0 resources. They have 55 fuel and 22 munitions. 0 manpower. Currently not generating anything just due to the fact that they cannot place any nodes down.
Really
I disagree with that change in the game.
Yeah. I agree as well. It just makes these... They want the maps to have a finality to it. And
just give them something. Let them do, +3 or something in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Something. Don't make the commander completely useless. Commander might as well just jump off and start another squad.
It's almost like they're trying to force their 1.5 games to end early, and it's like, well, why not just make the games less than an hour and a half?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's so awesome to come back from a 4-1, and it used to be a thing you could do.
But now it's
just so much harder, and I feel like that's less fun. If the one team is winning. let them prove it by winning the rest of the game.
Yeah, especially because without those munitions or fuel, you can't even get those rear garrisons, right? Because you can't spawn
Mhm.
supply trucks, and you can't drop supplies, so you're stuck with trying to get two support guys working together. But I will say, 107th has a pretty. I really like what I'm seeing here. As opposed to the last round where they were really getting that box out going, 107th is actually making a very strong push up the middle.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, if Tango's inclined to do a box out, this is a little different here on this map, in the top of the map there. Like, maybe 107th can just force their way in.
I love it. I think it could happen. I mean, if I'm right now, if I'm looking at the map as the commander is 107th, I'm saying, you know what, man, it's working. You know, I might keep one squad on the flank just to keep them spread out. But if you're getting that progress, you're getting that bulge. You can see
Yeah,
now.
see what can happen anyway.
Yeah, you can see now. KO Nash Shix. Sorry, buddy, I probably killed your name. And Platypus are actually on the point.
Yeah, 107th is all in on the top basically, and there's at least 10 guys
Hell yeah,
flanking
dude.
south for Tango.
And I love it. Look at them go, and they're winning their gunfights. Like this could be a. This could go either way. We could see this coming back towards 107th, but this is the same double-edged sword, right? Like it's that strong point's in the center, so it's just as far for either team to make their way in.
Seems like the 107th might be reaching out after the match.
Oh yeah, 100%. So any issues, concerns, whatever we can handle.
I let them know that any concerns can be worked out in the IASP tournament channel on the 7th Discord server.
Yep. Oh, big bombing run.
Oh, the bombing run.
I think that nuke just as many friendlies as it did enemy. Ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, 107th is keeping it very interesting.
Hey, Thomer, you're a little out of bounds. Can I get you to pull it back in, please? Thank you.
Not sure what they would bring up, though. I mean, it's been a pretty even match. Besides the server issues that we ran into, but...
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That was a good push.
107th has about a good 5 minutes left. Now, it looks like Shadow from 501 on HL Tango. Was he able to get in there and clear most of those OPs off from that push from 107th, it looks like?
I don't see any OPs over here. He might have been successful.
See, HL Tango's kind of reconsolidated onto the point.
Yeah, maybe they smell the trap of trying to box out at this point. Now they're almost entirely in the foregrid. Look at that line just along the roads.
'76 is pulled up to the line.
Ooh, that's going to make it really difficult now to try to get another push going in that direction.
1 minute left.
Is it 1 minute?
56, right?
I thought we were at 51.
Or 51. Sorry, 6 minutes. Or not 6 minutes. 4 minutes.
3 minutes, buddy.
The math. Yeah.
So
Food is
with the
needed.
limited fuel that they had, maybe the move would have been to spawn themselves a supply truck and go on an epic flank with that, try to get a garrison in the back somewhere.
Spawn
They
that
even
South
have any
HQ
supply
and
truck?
come all the way in.
Yeah, South
Exactly.
HQ, yeah.
And they could, like that could work. They could get 2 garrisons in like Delta 5, maybe Delta 3 even, and try to make something happen that way.
Well, I will say I think the matches are going to be really cool because 7 Cav, who really took a pounding from Big Red 1, will be playing 107th. And then Big Red 1 will be playing HLL Tango. So the two teams that really showed up big in the first round are going to be seeing each other.
That's going to be one to catch. Again, not much in the way of artillery. I guess artillery's kind of out of reach for Tango at this point.
Can you guys check on Mr. Babusa? I believe he's over the line. Very far over the line.
No, he's good.
Is he? Wow,
Yep.
okay.
He's close.
Oh, I thought the line was right here at the head.
Oh, now that I'm thinking of it, I just told a sniper to get back in bounds, which is wrong of me.
Yeah,
Oops.
you might want to just apologize real quick and just straighten that out.
I will if I can find him.
If you hit your
Oh, yeah,
home
I got
key
him, I got
again, hit enter. Yeah, there you go. You can search for the name.
Hey, Thomer, I just wanted to quickly apologize. I realized now that you are a sniper, you're therefore allowed out of bounds, and that was my mistake.
Man, this wall of smoke and metal just flying through the air here. Got some
So-
sneaky boys on the far edge.
Bit of a gunfight developing down south here.
So that will pretty much be it with only a minute left and no cat progress. Let's see the scores. Alrighty, so with that, we'll flip the map in about 1 minute.
I announced it to them.
Alrighty, well there we go. Gonna get that schedule all set up and we're moving on to the next round. And here comes the map flip.